Hi, everyone, and welcome to Trades of the Week with myself and Keith Sullivan. Now, we want to wish you an amazing Christmas. It's Christmas times, it's almost New Year's, and it's going to be, I must say, it's been an amazing year so far. So before we get into what is happening in the market and, of course, our outlook for next year, and yes, we will do another Trades of the Week next week, but we want to share our thoughts already now so you can prepare in the best way possible. But before that, before we get into the charts and everything, we want to ask you a very important question, and that is, what have you accomplished this year? What is your greatest win? We want you to comment below what your greatest win is in 2021, trading and investing related. Now, Keith, what would you say is your greatest win?
So many wins this year. I would say probably the 2000% on Decentraland. So 2000% on my money invested. I think that's a big win for me so far. What about you, Dennis? What's your biggest win of 2021?
For sure. Yeah, that is a good win. 2000%. That is incredible. Yes, I've had a couple of those as well. I've had a lot of coins over 1000% and a few over 2000, but I think one of the bigger ones is the Sandbox, which was also decentralized and Metaverse. Metaverse has been a really hot topic where I made over 3000% so far, at least. So it's getting there, but I think there's so many wins, right? But we want you to write down whatever you accomplished. It can be as easy as I've started to trade. That is a great win. And just sticking to the strategies and rules, right? So make sure you write those down. We're very intrigued hearing about those. But that being said, let's get into Trades of the Week because we have a lot to share with you guys today. Let's start from the beginning here. And the first one we want to share is LFG. That's Archaea Energy. We moved the stop loss to 1% profit, fortunately. So it dipped down, took us out, and now it just continued down. So we were very fortunate that we actually took profit on this. So I think it's time for a move, Keith.
Move.
Very good. You've been practicing. And then we have CHPT as well. We moved the stop loss down now to 2%. So we locked in those 2%. Hopefully we can get some mooing going, some Christmas mooing going in the next week or so. And then we also have GWN, that's Nordstrom Inc. It's not a Swedish company because it went down. So a Swedish company only goes up. But this, we moved the stop loss down to 4%, did go up, just take us out and then further down. So I think that's worth a big move. That's 4% on the entire account, which is incredible. So here we go. Move. Very nice. And then we have WHD as well. We are actually in a losing position currently. So it did take us in and then just to go down. So we're in a slightly losing position there, but it hasn't really broken the support that we can see over here. So currently, I think it's looking fairly good. And we do need the market to turn, though. So do your own research. You have the chance to get in at a better price than we have. Next up is Nova. It just continued down, so no trade for us here. That's why we use a stop order. That's the power of a stop order as well. So that's Nova, no trades. We're canceling that. And then we have MRK. We really thought this looked like a really good opportunity. We're in it as a VCA as well. Currently, we're up a little bit, soon 1%. And you know what that means? Moving the stop loss to the 1% profit, or sorry, to the break-even point. So, but I think it looks really good at the moment. So let's see if it continues to go up. So that is pretty much the update of the ones we're in. We took a lot of profit last week. We took 5% this week as well. So we have ended the year in a really strong fashion. So what is happening in the market, Keith? Do we need to be worried?
Of course. So in regards to the market, it's a lot of the similar news as it has been for the past couple of weeks. And this is all down to the inflation and the COVID variant. Now, obviously, with the COVID variant, it's seeming like there was positive news, especially with JP Morgan looking at 2022 being more positive in regards to the pandemic. Now, with inflation, the problem that we're seeing with inflation is it's still steadily increasing. And now the Federal Reserve and the FOMC have really highlighted this as a potential problem for 2022. Now, what are they doing to combat this? Number one, they are doing tapering. Okay, so tapering is the money that's been given to centralized banks. They are slowing down the amount that they can spend into the market, which is slowing down volatility of stocks. And then they're also slightly increasing interest rates. Now, if a economy wants to slow down its growth and also stabilize inflation, what would happen is they'll slowly increase interest rates, which then stops businesses and people spending into the economy. So rather than spending money, they are saving money. Now, with the inflation news, it's caused a bit of a stir up with the investors. So they're seeing more fear in the market. And as we can see with the fear and greed index, we are now in extreme fear. Okay. Now, remember the famous quote, and we'll say this till our face turns blue, is when others are fearful, it's our time to be greedy, because fear naturally brings the market down, which means we're going to have good positions shorting the market, but also our investments. Right now, we've been selling our investments and taking profits, but now it could be a time to accumulate new shares. Now, if we look at the US 30 there, Dennis, what we can see with the US 30 is the market did have a recovery over the previous drop. And now we could potentially see that this market is making a lower high. Now, what's that mean? It means the buyers may not have pushed up the market strong enough to make an all-time high. So this is the first indication of a potential reversal in the market. Now, is this something for us to be fearful of, run around in circles and scream? No, because market's still bullish. Structurally, market is still showing bullish movements until we break the last higher low. So Dennis, if you hover over last higher low for me, I believe that was end of December. There we go. Beginning of December. Until we break that, we now still see that this market is bullish, because this is the last time buyers tried to push the market up. So what is coming for 2022? We do not know. We haven't got our crystal ball. Unfortunately, the one we got from Amazon on Black Friday does not work, or hasn't worked at this point. But we still could be potentially seeing a retracement in the market. It's natural that the market is ready to fall, because what it's trying to do is attract new buyers into the market, and the market's overvalued. So having a healthy retracement is healthy, but it's a great opportunity for us to invest our money and also look at shorting positions when it comes to Buffalo. But Dennis, do you have anything to add in regards to the market?
Well, first and foremost, I think it was funny when you said that until our face turns blue. That's good. But also, no, it's like the market will tell you everything, right? So it's currently we're trading within this range, and until we either break out to the upside or the downside, we can't make any judgment in a way, but we are making higher highs and higher lows longer term. So currently we are bullish until that pattern changes. So that's really it. And because of that, we do want to be hedged though. We've taken a lot of profits recently on our downward trends, so we're not in that many. So we want to add Medifast Inc., hopefully for a good trade to the downside. It might continue to break higher, and in that case, we would just cancel the order. But it is an opportunity. Secondly, we want to take advantage also of the upward moves in case the market turns now. We've had an extended move to the downside. So hopefully now we will have a good trade here. So we have 3 nice bounces, a perfect Buffalo. And all I'm waiting for now is what, Keith?
You're waiting for that green candle to approach, right?
Exactly. Waiting for that green candle to get that change in the markets. That would be awesome to have that. Last but by no means least, we have Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world. And they're doing really well, outstanding results, and the crypto market has been following Coinbase with it. But if the crypto market does change now and does take a turn and start to go up, Coinbase is very likely to go up with it. So I think it looks like a very nice upward trending Buffalo. And even as a VCA down 35%, it looks very juicy and very tempting to get into. So that's pretty much it for the Buffalo update. And do remember, right, it's great to do an end of year summary. So do make comment below. How has it been for you? Did you lock 5% in profit here on the Buffalo? Comment below so we'll know. That would be very much, that would be awesome for us to see, right? Because we're doing this for you. We're getting these results anyways. So, so do make sure you comment below. Now, let's go over to some cryptos as well. Now, cryptos are following the stock market basically. So we'll see what happens here. We've done some drawing here. I think that was from last week, but let's see what happens. There's a couple of options here. And currently we are resting on this previous resistance for Bitcoin. And in the shorter term here, we do have a downward trend here. So I want to see that broken either up or down, and that will probably determine the shorter term move in the market. But that being said, we are looking to break this now, both the shorter term resistance and a little bit longer term since 11th of November. So we'll see how that plays out. But there's a lot of things happening in the market currently. That there's Microsoft, for example. One of the executives there, York Road, says that Ethereum might become the new app store of the decentralized world. And that just for you to understand that how big cryptos can be, and to understand it a bit more, that Ethereum, you might go in there and you download different apps that are built on the Ethereum blockchain. We'll see. And then we have as well the Cardano CEO or founder, Charles Hoskinson. He commented a bit on the price here, and Cardano has really fallen down a lot, right? And we are in it. Might be worth getting in again after a 60% drop, and it's on an upward trending support here, so it's looking very interesting at this point, I would say. But they are looking to do some very exciting things over next year, and they're actually looking to create not only smart contracts, but also forming this giant ecosystem for DeFi and different apps, NFTs, etc. So we'll see if they succeed, but they have been a little bit disappointing, I must say. And despite that, we have Solana as well. Solana is one of the absolutely biggest blockchains out there, and it's getting a lot of institutional interest from bigger players, basically. And currently, Solana is down 30%, a good Christmas gift, a Christmas present to be able to buy these at this level. So I think these looks interesting. And one of our favorites, Theta as well, that is decentralized streaming, basically. Currently down 75% from the high. So we're in this before, but back in July. So the question, of course, is if you didn't get into this last time, well, now you have a golden chance to average in on the position there. And then you also have XRP, for example. XRP is down 40% from its high. Another one that might have a good development in 2022, as well as it's getting a lot of traction with banks all across the globe. So we'll see. There's a lot of things happening. Visa as well keep contributing to crypto ecosystems, and they are been having a lot of partnerships with crypto companies. So they have over 60 partnerships with different crypto companies all around the world as well. So that being said, make sure you look over your positions. A lot of them have good entry points at the moment. Keith's Golden Goose, which is Mana. It's down 46% at the moment. Great one to get into. And but no one really to take profit on. We added another entry on Axie Infinity, down 35%. We added another entry as well on Cadena, which is down 64%. And of course, also with Kusama, down 44% at the moment. Filecoin as well, we added another entry at 64%. So do make sure you look over those positions. We did have a look at Arweave, and I think that was last week. We bought at minus 60%, currently up 50-60%. So well done if you took that opportunity. So comment below if you did take the opportunity with Arweave as well. And last but by no means least, Sandbox as well, one of my best trades or investments, down 44%. We bought that last week as well. So if you haven't had the chance to get into these yet, do make sure you do your research and see if this is something you want to get into. But that's pretty much it for the crypto update. And we think it will follow suit with the stock market. And we'll see, inflation might be a problem for the stock market next year, and maybe even for cryptos. A lot of people are saying we might get a bear market. And by you following trades of the week, we'll try to guide you through this as well as we can. So do make sure that you do your research, and do make sure you follow this as well to get the latest updates on cryptos and stocks. Anything you want to add on cryptos?
Yeah, so Dennis, in regards to crypto, Dennis is 100% correct. We're seeing a bit more of a consolidation with Bitcoin. That is the major player, which dictates the way that the market is potentially going to move. But I think there's one that we have missed in regards to profit taking. Did we take profit on Terra Luna, Dennis?
We did, actually.
Because I took profit a couple of days ago with this.
Well done, yeah. Luna went actually up 100%, also building a giant ecosystem. Oh, sorry, from the entry here. That's awesome. That's worth a moo, Keith. Moo. Very good, very good. So that being said, in regards to the VCAs, which is a little bit slower moving than the rest of the markets, but our cryptos specifically, we're down a lot on PayPal, 40%, Pass down over 40% as well. So we're in all of these here. So TripAdvisor, Alibaba, AG, Gold, Veil, etc., etc. And a lot of these are down. So make sure you do your research, average into the position if you need to. And we're just waiting for these to go up. And that's just how the market works. Took some profit on Buffalo, now on 68 in small cap. And now we're not taking any profits currently on VCA because we're averaging into the position. So hopefully if you have several strategies, one will always outperform the others. All right. And that's the whole intention. The one we're adding, though, it's CRM. It's Salesforce. And there's many reasons for that. Now, Salesforce is, for those of you who don't know, it's a giant, what is that called? CRM system, basically. And they use it, it's a global, so people use it all across the world, and companies as well. Have a positive income, positive return on assets, investment and equity, a really good debt to equities. They have low debt in terms of their assets. And also they have a positive outlook for the coming years, especially if we're looking at COVID and lockdowns. People are still going to use them because they're completely digital as well. That's pretty much it. So how is your VCA portfolio cooking, Keith? Are you averaging into positions as well?
Yeah, so in regards to VCA, with this current move in the market, I've done a lot more accumulation. So I do my VCAs in a SIP, which is a self-invested personal pension. So it's my pension pot, which I invest into the market. And it's just been an accumulation. So the one that I'm starting to take profit on is Johnson & Johnson. So I've been in that for a while. But I have been looking at new opportunities. But remember, the biggest goal for investing is diversification. So not putting all your eggs into one basket or into one sector. So I've diversified into tech, into pharmaceutical, into commodity. So it just keeps the ball rolling for me. So I've got 2 more positions that I need to find. And I think Salesforce could really be one for me. It made us profit on the previous drop. And yeah, it could be a really good one for the Q1 of next year for us.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely. And the thing is, right, make sure you have that in your trading plan. Keith just gave you a golden nugget to be diversified. Don't just get into everything with tech. Make sure you diversify a bit into gold, silver, tech, and also maybe healthcare and retail. So that is very important. So before we round this up for today, we do want to touch on the results briefly as well. So we're looking at the results here. We can see that we took 5% on Buffalo. We closed those percentages. We're still up a bit on some and moved our stop loss by looking really solid. VCA currently 815%. And also with the cryptocurrency results, 1,460% of 1,460 on the money invested with CCA and 4,320 on the money invested with the small cap. Now, up 53%. Buffalo is on the entire account, right? That's a lot better than the bank. So I really hope you're getting these results as well. So make sure you comment below if you are getting them. And that being said, I hope you really enjoyed Trades of the Week today. It was a brief update, and Merry Christmas to you. We hope you have given yourself the best Christmas you can ever give yourself and anyone, which is financial education, and just doing this as part of your everyday routines. This can really enhance your life. And imagine being at a point where you make the same amount of money trading and investing 1-2 hours a day, maybe 1 hour a day, maybe 20 minutes a day, and the same as you do with your everyday job, 8 hours a day. And this is what really trading can do for you. So make sure you comment below, what have you accomplished this year? What are your biggest wins? And more so, comment below as well if you are getting these results, because that is really, really important to us as well. So we really hope you enjoyed this week, and we cannot wait to see you. Oh, and by the way, before we say that, make sure you subscribe as well. Press that subscribe button if you would like to get these results, if you would get these notifications. So if we get into a bear market in 2022, which a lot of people expect, do make sure you follow us, press that alarm bell so you get that notification to every single week, be notified what is happening in the market. So we really hope you enjoyed Trades of the Week for this week, and we look forward seeing you in the next.